Let's start with a question that might sting. What has your kindness truly earned you? Respect? Power? Protection? Or has it earned you silence in rooms where you should be heard, betrayal from people you stood by, and exhaustion from always doing what's right with little in return? You were told, be good and the world will be good to you. Do the right thing and you'll be rewarded. But here's the brutal truth. Kindness without strength is not a virtue, it's an invitation. An invitation to be overlooked, to be manipulated, to be used. And no, this isn't negativity. It's clarity. Because deep down, you already know it's true. Think about it. How many times have you taken the high road and been left standing alone? How many times have you avoided conflict, stayed loyal, and shown compassion only to be taken for granted? And yet, you keep telling yourself, if I just stay kind, it'll work out. But you've forgotten something essential. This world is not designed to reward good people, it's designed to reward smart people. And here's where most of us make the same mistake. We confuse goodness with passivity. We think being good means saying yes to everything. Avoiding conflict, always forgiving, always explaining. But there's a difference between being good and being easy. And the people who thrive in this world, they know how to walk the line. They aren't evil. They aren't cruel. But they are strategic. They've realized that kindness must be paired with boundaries. That generosity must be filtered through discernment. That silence is not always noble, sometimes it's surrender. Now let's bring in philosophy, not the kind locked in textbooks, but the kind forged in fire. Think of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." But even Stoics weren't pushovers. They preached awareness. They trained themselves to see the world clearly without illusions. To accept that pain, betrayal, injustice, these are constants. And their strength didn't come from resisting reality, it came from mastering it. Now compare that to most people today. They want to be liked. They want to avoid discomfort. They want peace even if it means pretending. But peace without power is just quiet submission. Let me say this as clearly as possible. You are allowed to be kind, but you are not obligated to be naive. You're allowed to help people, but you are not required to expose yourself to harm. You're allowed to be open, but you are not required to bleed honesty at the expense of your security. That's not goodness, that's self-sabotage. And here's where perception becomes everything. It's not about who you are. It's about what people believe you are. You could be brilliant, but if you act unsure, they'll see you as replaceable. You could be loyal, but if you never set limits, they'll walk over you. You could be kind, but if you seem desperate to be accepted, they'll never take you seriously. Power is a performance, and those who project it keep it. This doesn't mean you need to fake anything. It means you need to learn how to present your truth strategically. It means understanding that people are watching. And whether you like it or not, they're making decisions about your worth, your strength, your usefulness based on how you show up. Let's go deeper. Why do manipulators succeed? Because they understand two things. People judge based on emotion, not facts. Predictability is weakness. If they can predict how you'll react, they'll use it against you. If you always forgive, they'll always betray. If you always stay calm, they'll keep provoking. If you always explain yourself, they'll never stop questioning you. But when you're unpredictable, when people can't tell whether you'll stay silent or confront, whether you'll forgive or walk away, they start to think twice. This isn't about playing games. This is about not being someone's toy. Now think back. How many times have you spoken too much and regretted it? How many times have you given someone the benefit of the doubt, only for them to prove they didn't deserve it? How many times have you shared your plans, your dreams, your secrets, and they were used against you? That's not your fault. You were being genuine. But here's the truth. Not everyone deserves access to the real you. Because in this world, information is leverage. And you don't hand out leverage for free. The people who rise in this world know when to speak and when to stay silent. They leave space for mystery. They choose their words like a surgeon uses a scalpel. Because silence makes people curious. And curiosity creates power. And now the most overlooked truth of all. Being feared is not the goal. Being respected is. But here's the secret. You can't be respected until people know you can say no. Until they know there's a line. Until they know there are consequences. Respect isn't given. It's cultivated through how you carry yourself, how you react under pressure, how you respond to disrespect. You want to be kind? Good. Be kind. But don't let that be the only thing you are. Be kind and powerful. Be kind and assertive. Be kind and strategic. Because kindness without backbone is pity. But kindness with strength? That's leadership. So I'll end with this. You don't need to change who you are. You don't need to become cold or manipulative or ruthless. But you do need to evolve. Because the world will not reward you just for being good. It will only reward you when you pair your goodness with wisdom, restraint, and strategy. So be the person who still believes in kindness, but knows when to use it like a sword, not a surrender flag. The world doesn't change for you, but you can master it. And that is power. And with that, the choice is yours to make. Thank you for watching.